Si on était bien au pays, est-ce qu'on allait prendre la route de l'aventure? Avec le président. Un pauvre qui vote ou celui qui l'a rendu pauvre. Si on était bien au pays, est-ce qu'on allait prendre la route de l'étranger? Avec le président. À l'Assemblée, il y a un vieux. Vraiment. Au Sénat, il y a un vieux. Wonderful. À la présidence, il y a un vieillard. Dans tout le gouvernement, il n'y a que des vieux, des vieux, des vieux. Des jeunes prennent le chemin de la Libye pour devenir des esclaves. Des jeunes prennent la route du désert pour entrer en Europe. À l'Assemblée, il y a un vieux, son nom Bougon. Au Sénat, il y a un vieux. À la présidence, il y a un vieillard. Dans tout le gouvernement, il n'y a que des vieux, des vieux, des vieux.
Hi, happy Saturday, the beautiful people of the Cameroons. Today, I have come to ask the question and to analyze the question: do we still need traditional rulers in the Cameroons? Do we still need traditional rulers who are impartial, who are not apolitical? That is my question today. Ladies and gentlemen, this is a party political broadcast by myself, Maitre Mola Alex Ndive Lee Singer, the leader of British Cameroon National Party. Ladies and gentlemen, there have been ongoing political entropy in the Cameroons. And today, I think it is thoughtful to come and think if we still have traditional rulers in the Cameroons. I want to analyze it today because traditional rulers, they have a definition. They are supposed to have duties and functions. It's just like any job in life. If you're a policeman, your job is to save life. If you can no longer save life, it means you're no longer a policeman. So if you are a lawyer's job is to give legal advice. If you're not fit to give that legal advice anymore, it means you're no longer a lawyer. So in different professions in life, the same can apply. So today I've come to ask this pertinent question. Do we need traditional rulers who are not impartial, who are not apolitical in the Cameroons? I would like to start by looking at the definition of a traditional ruler. Ladies and gentlemen, forget about whether it's first class, second class, or whatsoever chief. A traditional ruler is a traditional ruler. It's one definition. Forget about the class. Those things are La Republic things. A traditional ruler is a leader who follow customs and tradition that has been passed for a long time. A traditional ruler is a head of an ethnic group or a clan. That's the definition. We don't need first class, second class. It doesn't matter. A traditional ruler is a traditional ruler. Okay, again, what is custom and tradition? These are established practice, belief, or behavior that has passed down through generation within a community or society. So that's the definition. To me, once a traditional ruler, you're not following this definition or duties, automatically you've dismissed yourself. You're no longer a traditional ruler. One thing that disturbs me for a very, very long time is that in the Cameroons, they call traditional rulers that they are auxiliary to the administration. My dear brothers and sisters, people them for the Cameroons, To create people a traditional ruler cannot be an auxiliary to an administration. An auxiliary is what? Supplement. Somebody that help, that support. Traditional ruler are indigenous ruler. So they can work side by side. But to call a traditional ruler that they are auxiliary to the administration is an insult. And all of them, they keep quiet. They don't even know. Before I proceed, I will tell you about, 4 chiefs of funds. Let me call it traditional ruler. I met most of them and I gave them a lot of respect. One of them was Dr. Endeli, the first Prime Minister of British Cameroon. I also met Justice Endeli, who was also a chief, traditional ruler. I met Fonangwafo, despite the fact that he had some flaws, which I did not like, but he's still the son of Malcolm. There's a lot of attributes that I used to respect from late Fonangwafo. Then also I met the former fon of Bali Nyonga, who happened to be my relative, my grand-uncle, late Fon Galiga of Bali Nyonga. So I'm not only speaking here as a bystander. I'm telling you, I come from a royal family in Bali Nyonga. So I know what I'm talking, because sometimes people look at me, this Maitre Mola Alex Diveli singer, what does he know about culture? I am from a royal family, Bali Nyonga. So I also met the fon of Bali. The first time I met the late fon of Bali was in Boya. He came to visit us in our house in Boya. I was in primary school with my late uncle, Dr. Guanola. So I know tradition. So I've met those people. These are 4 traditional rulers whom I have great respect for them. The reason I'm calling these 4 traditional rulers, Mr. Bia could not treat them like a poodle. Mr. Bia Aijo will go to Bali Nyonga and meet my uncle, the late fon of Bali. Presidents will go to Boya and meet Dr. Endele. Nigerian politicians, they used to go to Mukunda and go and meet Dr. Endele, the Prime Minister, the traditional ruler, paramount chief of Boya. But today, you look at this traditional ruler, can Mr. Bia go and visit them? Do they know Mr. Bia? Has Mr. Bia ever gone to their palace? No! But the 4 traditional rulers I'm talking to you, Mr. Bia used to treat them like equals. Either Dr. Endeli was more than Mr. Bia or they were equals. Either, I should say in politics, Dr. Endeli, senior, President Paul Biya, because he was a prime minister in Southern Cameroon. When you come, Fonangwafo too was a very respectable fon. When you go, former Mbombo Njoya, Mr. Bia used to respect them. But these fonds today, or chief or traditional rulers, they don't know Mr. Bia. Most of them have never met Mr. Bia, but I understand they are going to take side against their people. The reason I'm talking, these people are supposed to be custodian of our culture, our history and tradition. They are supposed to be impartial to a certain extent when it comes to politics. They are people who have to be neutral. What I mean? Because if you are a traditional ruler, you have people in your community or society or village who believe in different political parties. So you cannot come out openly to support a party, a political party. Why? Because you will lose that trust among your community as a traditional ruler. I would like to compare, although it's really different. When you look at the monarchy in the United Kingdom, we have a king today. They have a role. They are apolitical. They are symbol of national unity. Their functions are what? Ceremonial. Symbol of national unity. Symbol of stability. And their function is constitutional. Today, the colonial governors, colonial DOs, colonial SDOs, they are more than traditional rulers in the Cameroons. It will never happen. In those days, when you have to have Dr. Endeli, Justice Endeli, Fon Angwafo, Fon of Bali, it never used to happen. But today, some funds have been reduced to beggars. Because you're neutral doesn't mean you're against the CPDM party. You have to tell them no. And once as you pick side, you join chop people their money, it means automatically you're no longer a traditional ruler. Nobody needs to remove you. Some of you are seeing the Cameroons today, you call yourself king. Do you know who's King Charles? King Charles have got political views, but he cannot say it openly. He has to remain neutral. He has to attend state events. He has to receive foreign dignitaries, make speech in important occasions for everyone in the United Kingdom. And I expect traditional rulers, wherever you come from in the Cameroons, you have to respect your custom and tradition. Once as you go and endorse any political party leader, it means you're no longer a fund. You're no longer a fund because your duties are clear, established practice and belief. Behavior that has passed down through generation within your community or society. So you're no longer practicing your established culture. Over time, I've seen they have eroded the tradition of some funds from Northwest region. Now they can greet anyone. Anybody can hold their hands. So they no longer practice that tradition. And if that tradition have evolved, it means we don't need traditional rulers anymore in the Cameroons. Traditional rulers are there to settle dispute, to bring peace, not to support a particular political party. Ladies and gentlemen, it is okay that every traditional ruler, you have your own village or community. You can intervene to bring peace, stability, that is legitimate. But you cannot go and say, we want to stand. Even if a traditional ruler, let me say you want to vote, you have one man, one vote. Should you go and say, I'm supporting President Biya? If you people want to do politics, then I will propose that we must start electing traditional rulers. So anybody can stand. If you come for a particular tribe, you can stand because they are doing politics now. Let people vote for who they want. Let the majority political party in that village vote for the fund that they want. If you want to do politics, that's what we should do. Keep it open. Everybody, if you come for that tribe, you can stand to become a traditional ruler. Because the reason, in most part, is hereditary, because they believe you have to maintain that culture of being neutral. They call you auxiliary of the administration. One, how can you be somebody who help or support, and you people are supposed to be indigenous rulers? Ladies and gentlemen, the people of the Cameroons, if your funds, they have informed you that we are no longer apolitical, we are no longer impartial, then they must stop being traditional ruler. It's a fact. Because most of you funds, you have a duty, you don't carry it. People have land dispute or whatsoever, some of you join with the, how do they call, unelected colonial governors. You join with them and sell people's land. That's what you do. Instead of you solving the problem to bring peace and stability, you don't. They call you to Yaoundé, you go there like what? Beggars. Aijo used to go to Balinyonga to meet my grand-uncle who was a fun. Politician used to go to Mukunda to meet Dr. Endeli. But today, Atanganji, who is Atanganji? We call a fun. And they will run like students in a classroom. For what? You should be working for the interests of your people. And besides, the constitution of the Cameroons, it doesn't respect traditional ruler. There's nothing in the constitution of the Cameroons that talks about traditional rulers, that talks about your duties and functions. So instead of you fighting that we should have a constituent assembly where we can talk and sit and change the constitution and put your function so that you should become a constitutional traditional ruler, a constitutional monarch, like the King of England. You don't. All you people are going to your foreign money. I sit here. I cannot force any traditional ruler to do what they want to do. But what I'm telling you, you are eroding the customs and tradition. And when the time comes, people will not need any traditional ruler. Before, in Fako, most traditional rulers were hereditary. Now they are appointing them. Right from Chief Justice Endeli. It was Bia after the Endeli Commission, former Prime Minister Ayatu, they appointed him. No longer hereditary. Why? Because you people have mixed politics with custom and tradition. So my brothers and sisters, I'm telling you, most of you who are endorsing Mr. Bia, the disappointing thing is that I don't mind you to come and say, even if you want to do politics, I'm endorsing Mr. Bia because Mr. Bia constructed Victoria Deep Seaport, because Mr. Bia constructed Deep Seaport, because Mr. Bia, is it Ring Road rather, in Northwest region. That's why I'm supporting Mr. Bia. I'm supporting Mr. Bia because Mr. Bia have expanded the Tico International Airport, Cameroon Bank, Wada Room, Fonade, Marketing Board. I'm voting or supporting Mr. Bia because Mr. Bia have created employment. But you people are just going for yourself. My brothers and sisters, now so Cameroon don't they? When people they langa so my God. Bye-bye. Ma go enjoy my Saturday. Disgrace. No be that country that will be growing. People don't have integrity or probity. Everything na chop. Me too. I have connection in the Cameroons. If I want to come and chop, I will come and chop. But for over 40 years, I've spent my life fighting for you people, and you people are betraying us. None of you traditional rulers, when we were fighting for Boya University, you were not there. None of you traditional ruler, when we were fighting for multipartyism, you were not there. None of you traditional ruler, when we were fighting for GCE board, you were not there. None of us traditional ruler, when they beat University of Boya students, beat lawyers, beat teachers, when we were sleeping in the embassy, going everywhere, protesting that they should release people who have been locked up, all of you were silent. When they killed Mola, Banda, and abduct 11 Bakwe chief, I was the one who was protesting. I was the one who was shouting. Some people call me, oh, that guy is tribalistic, blah, blah. When they killed Mola Banda, I was the one shouting. Kill Mola Menyoli, kill Mola Bonde, kill Etambi Sakwe. I was the one. You people should be the one to be doing those jobs. But Maitre Mola Alex Ndiveli Singh is doing the job of the traditional ruler. Thank God, I'm a prince from Balinyonga. God bless you all, ladies and gentlemen. Have a great weekend. This has been a party political broadcast by myself, Maitre Mola Alex Ndiveli Singh, the leader of British Cameroon National Party. Ciao.